What's up, boys and girls, how you doing? It is Courtney-jai here, welcome back to my channel. I just want to say thank you to everyone who watched, not my last video, but the video before where I talked about my dad being in the hospital. It was a hard time. My mum might have cancer, my dad is out of hospital now, he is getting better, and I just want to say thank you to all the nice comments and the support that you guys gave me, and some of you actually sharing your own stories about, you know, a family member having cancer or a family member being in hospital, and I just want to say I hope they get better, and I just want to say thank you for showing me the support at my lowest point. So all I can say is I love you and thank you. Now, if you've read the title, you know that I'm talking about religion and I'm talking about sexuality, homosexuality, bisexuality, LGBT, pretty much just going up against each other, and I want to kind of say my point of view on it, and I don't want to show any like disrespect to anyone. I just want to say what my views are on it, and anybody who is religious, feel free to comment below. I'm happy to hear you. I'm happy to hear what you have to say about this whole dilemma, and I just want to try and help the world, and I want people to kind of open their eyes who may be closed-minded. So without further ado, let's talk about religion. First things first, I respect religion. I respect people who are religious. I am myself not religious. I did go to a Catholic school. I was brought up in the ways of the Bible. You know, I know all about the songs, the prayers, you know, Hail Mary, you know, I know all this stuff. I know, you know, prayers off by heart. But I'm still not religious, and I decided at a young age that I didn't want to be religious because I just didn't believe in the teachings of God. I don't think people follow it enough in this world today for it to have any holding over me. But people who do want to put their faith in it, I completely respect. I completely respect people living their lifestyles to their religion, and I completely respect people's decisions to do that. What I don't respect is extremists, and I don't respect these in anything. You know, you have this in feminism, you have this in religion. You have someone who will take something which is good, use it for bad, and then hide behind it and say, well, it was my religion what told me to do it. No, it's you who told you to do it, okay? You have people who are Christians, you have people who are Buddhists, you have people who are Muslim, you have people who are Hindus, and they will do whatever they want in their life without harming anybody, but you choose to use it as a weapon. And that says something about you as a person. So I decided to look into some religions and some of their beliefs and some of their quotations to help me out with this video and kind of stand to my point that religion is about love and peace and basically respecting one another, and that is Corinthians 13:13. And these three remain: faith, hope, and love. With the greatest of these is love. So first of all, that is Christianity saying that love is the most important thing in life. You should love one another, you should respect one another, and you should appreciate one another. Here's one for anybody who is using their religion as a weapon. It says Luke 6:31. Do to others as you would have them do to you. So if you are demanding that you should harm anybody, and this goes from verbally to physically through your religion, then you want harm to become of you. That's what this is saying. This is saying whatever you do, you should receive in return. And here's probably one of my favourite quotes from the Bible, and that is Mark 12:31. Love your neighbour as yourself. There is no commandment greater than these. So I've just pulled out a few quotations from the Bible, and all three of them are saying basically you should treat others how you want to be treated yourself, you should respect others, and you should love one another. And that doesn't mean that has to be, you know, like intimate. That could be purely platonical, you know, yeah. Purely the love of like a friend or the love of a family member. You know, you should do that to everybody, no matter who they are. You know, you should learn to forgive them and move on, rather than trying to change them and treat like fire with fire, basically. Try to cause hate among people. You should respect them and love them. And that's what I'm getting from Christianity anyway. I don't know how anybody else is seeing this, but that's what I see. That you should respect one another and love one another. Now, I really like this from Hinduism. It's also from Buddhist and Jainist, which I'm not quite sure what that is, but I will look into it as well. I imagine it's a very old religion. But it is respect for all living things and avoidance of violence towards others, and that is the rule of ahimsa. Hindus also have another great like rule or something to appreciate, and that is karma, and that is whatever you do comes back round to you. So if you are good in your life, you will receive good by the end of your life or during your life. If you are good and you're a nice person, then when you are reincarnated, you will come back as something great. Whereas if you are negative, you cause hate, you cause disrespect, then that puts you down to a lower level, and you'll come back as, like, I don't know, a cockroach or something like that. And I really like that idea that, you know, what you do in life is what you receive in your next life. I kind of like the idea of being reborn. Now, I'm going to say that I am not religious. You know, I am atheist. I decided this at a very young age. I went to a Catholic school, and they taught me everything about Christianity, and to the point where it was quite it was almost forced. Like they were trying to force you to follow this religion, and I get that it was a religious school, but I didn't want to be religious. I didn't like the whole idea of how they forced me to learn rather than asking me what my faith is and what I believed in. But that's a different lesson for a different time. That's maybe something what we can improve in the future. That kind of moves me on to my next thing, actually, and that is talking about why people are the way they are. That's why people are extremists with their religion. And I think usually it's down to how they've been taught to be. Not everyone just becomes, Christian or Muslim or Hindu, and then they also go, oh, I don't like this person, so I'm going to use my religion against them. How it starts off is usually from someone teaching them to be that way. This is from the parents, this is from the grandparents, this is from schools, this is from some person's ideology which is negative and is influencing someone who is maybe a bit more of a follower than a leader. And it has that chain reaction. You have one leader teaching a bad message, then a whole load of followers are going to learn that message in the wrong way, and that's not how it should be taught. I think my final message is that it's not that I'm against religion. It's really not. I respect religion. I respect people who are religious. I just think that religion needs to be updated. It needs to be modernised. I mean, 2,000 years ago when the Bible was written, we lived in a completely different world. We didn't know it was round, for one. We didn't know things were made of carbon. We didn't know about molecular structures like atoms, like evolution. Or we didn't even have electricity back then, like we do now. We've modernised so much as a society, but beliefs have seemed to stay in the past. And I just feel like we need to kind of revamp it and develop it around the society that we're aiming to be, rather than the society what we are being. I mean, what's that saying? If you live in the past, you'll always be in the past. You can't move on until you move out of your past and look towards the future. And that's what we have to start doing as a people. I have to quickly apologise there, my camera memory filled up. As I said, if anybody is religious and you do want to talk directly to me and you do have a view to share on the subject, whether it is against what I am saying or if it's with what I'm saying, I want to hear it. I want to have a level ground where we can talk to each other, not argue with each other or say horrible things about each other, where we can generally have a decent conversation where you share your points of view, I share my point of view, and maybe we can find something which makes us feel equal. And I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I just want you guys to kind of take this video and take your message with it and basically change the world. But I'm going to say love, peace and chicken grease. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.